A couple of days ago, I said we'll know if the Knicks are for real, if they beat the Nuggets, and boy, did they do just that. They ran them boys up out of the Garden Thursday night. So let's talk Knicks with Celso Jigga Porto, co-host of the Knicks Morning Brew. My man, I know you're feeling great today after that blowout win yesterday. How you feeling, man?
How could you not feel good after that, you know? I mean, let's be real. Most Knicks fans went into that game yesterday like, oh, we don't have iHeart. What are we going to do at the center position? Joker's going to kill us. And we dog-walked them, Brandon. I mean, we literally walked out of that building. How anybody can leave that game and be negative in any fashion, whether it's Knicks Twitter, Knicks media, it's crazy. The team is legit right now, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't see one of those viral bing bong videos after a blowout like that. But you don't just beat up on the defending champs like that unless you got something cooking. Go all the way in with your thoughts on Thursday's night win from a team standpoint. We're going to talk about the players next.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Like I said, the biggest thing for me is the fact that no one really counted on the Knicks to walk away with that W last night. Everybody was concerned about the center position. Everybody's like, how are we going to be able to hold Joker down? And here we are, 122-84, right? To walk away with that on the Nuggets is amazing. The team overall, since the OG trade, shows that the OG factor is, in fact, real. And there's no way you can look at any piece of last night in a negative fashion. I know you said we'll talk about players individually, but that's where I want to talk about Julius Randle, man. This is the Randle version that I've been begging for. The guy that doesn't need to put up those 25 points, but he's dishing, he's swishing, he's doing that Clyde kind of atmosphere and giving you a little bit of everything. So I really felt like last night, the only thing we missed was bringing in Caden in at the end of the game off the bench to put some points in, bro.
All right. So we're going to go right into it. Give out your game ball. And, of course, this is New York City, man. We love the flowers. Give out them flowers.
It's going to be two people, man. OG Anunoby, right? Dead smack in the middle of the game. I put the tweet out there, the jersey must be ordered. So, I mean, the fact that he's putting up the points, he's all over the place, and you see the joy that he's bringing with this team. For some reason, the Knicks are showing that when they make a trade, we go on amazing runs, and OG is that guy. The second one, again, is going to be Julius Randle, bro. The way that he's showing his IQ and looking to pass the ball out and know that he's going to get that ball back eventually is really kind of pulling away that ISO, and it's making this team really look like they're gelling at a level that most people should be scared of.
Yeah, even Nuggets head coach Mike Malone was talking about OG. He heard the Garden chanting this man's name. I mean, it's been a heck of a trade. Great job by Leon Rose. And when we talk about Julius Randle, what he's gone through with, within this city, within this fan base, the fact that every time I ask someone who deserves their flowers, everyone comes on and says Julius Randle. Now, there's the West Side story and there's the Julius Randle story, two of the greatest love stories in New York City history. You were talking about Jalen Brunson. He was an all-star game snub from the starter standpoint. Don't be biased, but how you feel about that?
Well, it's funny. This morning on our show, the Knicks Morning Brew, we actually had Chris Mannix on with Jerry Ferrara, and that was the debate and the conversation because it comes down to the fan voting, right? So, yes, we can look at it as he got snubbed as a Knicks fan, but the point is when that fan base doesn't show up, and some are saying we didn't show up to give him the votes he wants, whether you agree with the popularity side of it, I think there needs to be changes on the voting. I will put that out there. But listen, I said it last night when we were with our show, and we said, if anything, him getting snubbed turns into this team showing up and showing out against the Nuggets. We saw what happens when you don't put respect on Jalen Brunson and these Knicks last night.
What's it going to take for Jalen Brunson to get national recognition, his national flowers, for the fans all over the NBA to really understand that this man can ball? He is him.
Well, I mean, the shortcut would be he can go drop a mixtape and an album, right? I mean, he starts putting some TikToks out there. All of a sudden, he'll have the popularity. But realistically, I think the more media coverage, because of the fact that we are performing and we get to that championship round, we move on in those playoffs, we get more eyes on who Jalen Brunson is. That's when you'll start to see the national recognition that he deserves finally come to light, bro.
All right, we're a couple weeks from the All-Star game. If you're Tibbs, what are you telling your team in terms of keeping this momentum and this run going with the break coming up?
Well, we could do it in our best Tibbs voice. Well, guys, I gotta tell you right now, you got to really, really, really work hard.
That was better than Jerry's, and Jerry's an actor. Don't tell him I said that.
He's probably sitting them telling them what we're all saying. Don't lose sight of the goal.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. Get better and better. People forget this is only 13 games with OG. Like, this is still the beginning of that. Imagine this squad when Mitch Robinson comes back. Imagine this squad when Precious keeps finding his legs. Imagine when Grimes starts to figure it out up top and that confidence comes back. So I think he's telling them, stick to what we do best. Show me that defense. Move the ball around, which is crazy to say, right? Move the ball around. But that's what we're doing now. So I think he's just on to the next one like he is every time. But hey, the man is laughing. He's smiling. So who knows? He might actually be in there, having a cocktail with the guys at this point. I can't even call it, Brandon.
Tibbs looks like he drank Heineken Zero, but you don't feel like this team is peaking at the wrong time. Do you think they're peaking too early in the season, or you just think that, hey, this is a good basketball team?
Yeah, I think it is the fact that we are a good basketball team,
okay.
Right? I don't look at it as we're peaking, right? The biggest benefit to me when we made that OG trade was it was done so early. You were able to see what this team has, and all those narratives that you see in media or on Twitter, they're all being answered. Oh, we need to go get a backup center. Really? Because we didn't have two of them last night, and we saw Precious and Sim hold it down. So now we can kind of move away from we need a backup center. Yeah. No, we don't, right? You're starting to see, hey, the conversation of, we need a star. Stop. We have those. Okay, we're now talking about if we make a move, go get us a bench piece. Bring us a little bit more points off of that. Listen to that, Brandon. Go get me a bench piece. I'm not worried about the stars because we got them right here. So I think they are peaking at the right time, but I don't think it's a peak, bro. I think it's just the beginning of the uphill climb, and they're about to go off.
Celso, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me, Knicks Morning Brew. We do everything on Brew Crew Sports. Follow me on X at Jigga Porto. Yes, I'm a Jay-Z fan, all right? But not a Nets fan. But that's where you can catch me and catch our shows every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m.
I was gonna ask you about the Jigga. Thanks for clearing that up for us. I'm a Jigga fan too, man. All right, appreciate you hopping on with us, man.
Thank you, guys.